Shit Talker Black. In these quotes I found this morning for my son, there's so much in here. And I still have my phone on the charger. Normally it takes my phone an hour to fully charge. Only an hour. And it's been charged longer than that. I mean, even if I talk on the phone, my phone still charges. But I've been off the phone for over an hour. And my phone should be charged, but I think it only has like 20% charge. It doesn't matter. I was going over this. I see so much in it. I see a lot in these codes when I'm reading them. But I don't stop. If I did, it'd probably take me 1,000 years just to get past this that says fry 6, 12, 15. Because they're about to fry me and or my son. Then it says Scott County Jail. Boy, what the Scottish did to me, in not this life but another life. I remember that shit. Yes, I remember it well. I remember it so much I put it in a montage. I know you may not know what I'm talking about because most of the montages I do, they're esoteric. And they also let me and my 60 billion brain cells know that earthlings do not ask questions. I asked so many questions I had to learn to shut the fuck up. Because when you go around, you ask someone a question, they kind of get touchy. I'm only asking you the question because I want to know. I don't want my mind to tell me stupid shit. I just want to know. If I ask you a question, can you answer? Like, when Haile Selassie, when I learned of him, Haile Selassie did not have hair, but the Rastafaris and the Bobo families, they really have dreads. So I wondered why he did not have dreads. So I call him my king, okay? So my king, he sent me to see if I could find it from someone who worshipped him and praised him and always only talked about him like no other melanated man that came to this earth existed, and really not even himself if you ask me. So I'm not going to say who it was. So I went to ask him, and he never answered. But I went to ask others, and I found that like Jamaicans who make the songs and stuff, they seemed or they appear to be so touchy about it. I just wanted to know. So my king just told me. He told me why. He said me, they don't talk like in words. In some music, I can hear them in it. But he sent me to get a series of pictures. In one of the pictures, there were brothers on a slave ship. And the king, he said, you see this? He says, they would cut our dreads off before we even got on the boat. The dreads reminded them of the caveman days. I mean, too much. It's like the pineal gland began to really, really go back to the caveman days, and that would make them very vicious, I guess, to see themselves, how brute beasts they were, to eat each other, have sex with each other. They actually go into their own minds when they see dreads. That's how come, a lot of, years ago, the philosophers, they had dreads. They say the reason they had dreads was to, because the dreads put dread in the pink man, but they said, they would probably say European or Caucasian because they knew a long time ago there was no such thing as a white man. At least not the pink man being a white man. Me being a white woman now, because I have a birth certificate and what I am saying, I am a white woman. Well, if I am a white woman, that's a form of a status. You know, in the Moors, they are white. That is a form of a status. And that means I'm a nationalist, you know? So when I told him these things, yeah, so when he told me that, oh no, it was not Will I Am. No. You know, sometimes I think I drop names too much. My son said that. I should not drop names. Okay, I'll try to watch myself. But it was another brother. It was not Will I Am. It's another brother. He said that by me holding a birth certificate, I am considered a white woman. So that means I am not a straw man. That means I am the white woman. It should be WOMB. M-A-N, you know, like a womb man, because I'm the female. And so, but anyway, you know, we speak this Babylon language, so it be woman. And when he told me that, oh wow, my it's like my pineal gland just shot out electricity, and more of my brain cells began to wake up. And those that were woke, they all went to the table. And the ones who had just awakened, you know, from hearing, I'm considered a white woman. It came to the conclusion, and then, you know, I also go on the internet to study and make sure, right? To be these colors in America is either white man, white woman, or an alien or foreigner, some shit like that. But the white woman and the white man, those type of statuses mean you are a nationalist. So I'm a nationalist. Well, I'm going to do some more studying on that shit too, and I'll talk about that later. That just came into my mind, so I guess that's why I spit it out. And so I came back here to, because here I'm talking about, you know, my son being in the crib, you know, our home being a crib.
You know, they hurried up and snatched my phone. You know, your phone will let you know a bit.
Okay, I'm going to start right here.
Oh, you say crib, that means you're Italian. I suggest you in the crib all day.
Yeah, I tried to get back further, but I'm not good at that. So what I was saying is, yesterday, you know, they harm my son so that he can stay in the crib all day. And then they say,
so, you know, some people say, oh, you say crib, that means you're Italian. I suggest you read your fucking book.
No, let's go to the book. Let's see what the word crib means in the book. That's why you put your baby in a crib. It starts with a C, and then you have the rib. The C stands for carcinogen. I think that's the way it's pronounced. Carcinogen. That's what the C stands for in your crib. Where did I put that at? Right here. I hope my phone doesn't die. Now here it says, will the unicorn be willing to serve? In the word serve is C. In the word will is the word L and ling. You know, there are many words here. But we're talking about the unicorn, okay? Will the unicorn be willing to serve thee or abide by thy crib? Or abide by thy crib. Now, unicorn is here again. I'm just going to read them, then I'm going to do unicorn. When no accent are, the crib is clean. Oh, they're not lying. Wow, they're not lying. If I get up and I really clean everything today, as long as my son is not here, it will stay that way. When no accents are, and you have to look up the word OXEN too. These are not actual animals. The crib is clean. But much increase is by the strength of the ox. You see? Much is increased by the strength when my son is here. You know, he is an ox. It's my birthday. Straight out 51, and that is my Abba 35, because my Abba is the strength of me. Why do I say my Abba is the strength of me? Because he is the one that I know this when I was a child. I played a game. One day I'll tell you about that. But Yahweh ben Yahweh, that's my Abba. He is the one that he came and he stood before me and said he's the one who had the keys to the book. And that they was coded and encrypted and all that kind of shit. And that, I had to study my name. And then, I just used the Saints of Herman Biff. And so I just started using it here too. And that's what my album was talking about. The Saints of Herman Biff. Now here it says increase. In 1983 is when I woke up. That's when I found Yahweh ben Yahweh. I'm sure something happened in 1993. But I know 1983 is when I woke up. Now here you have an 8. A 7 and a 7. It depends on what comes to your mind when you first see the 8. But mostly when I play the game, I kind of stick to the same things, So I would say this is the 8 here will stand for her. See, this is her too, and this is her, and this is her. They're all in the 8 area. So here you have 2 7s, and these 7s to me stand for Herman Biff. That is my son. I say 1 7 is Herman Biff. The other 7 is my son. He's born in July. That's a 7. But he was born in 95, not in 94. It's just like 1 point off. But I'll take this point right there where it says my son is an ox. I'll take that point. 95, okay? Now here it says the ox knoweth his owner. See? Just say the ox is the slave. You know what I'm saying? Or he's an employee. So now we say the ox knoweth his employer. See, the word own, they do own us. And his ass, his master. So the ox is, just say like the ox, he knoweth his employer. And the ox is, you say, how you say, get your ass out of here. Okay, so they're saying that the ox is also talking about the ox's ass. He knows his master. So now you know your employer and you know your master. You know what I'm saying, but you really, really don't. But if you are an animal, then you know these things. But as a man, you do not. You don't know. You may know your employer, like your supervisor, but you really don't know who is employing you. And then your ass even know your master. No, you do not. You think you do not have a handler? Your handler is damn your master. And in this word, unicorn, we will find out. Now, okay, the ass knows his master's crib. That's like where his master lives at, I guess. But Israel, who is Mason, his name is first name is whatever, second name, and his last name is Israel. Do not know my folk. See here, they will put this word here. This is to put us under a spell so we do not know that we are the ox. You see? Here, now we will go back to religion because now you belong to the P-O-P-E, the Pope. Over in Loontown, and he will P-O-P, pop your son in the ass and have no problem at doing it. Your president too. So, it says that my folk do not consider. So right here it says not, but I'm going to make this a N and an O, and I'm making this a plus sign. Okay, so we know plus consider. Now here you have the con. We know not. The plus sign says we know, like no. Like say no to the con. Okay. And you must be able to ID the con. That's what I'm going to do. I never knew playing this game with my brothers would go to the depths of me. You know, I just never knew that. Here we have 2096. I can get my birthday 20 and 6. If you know shit like this, pay attention to numbers and you can get your birthday out. This is some form of stretching, but it does not matter because the 2 is at the beginning, the 6 is at the end, and so is the A. And my name my parents give me is Bitin. What? A. It's at the end. See, that's how I get my brothers. I use my mind to get my brothers. As my brothers say, oh no, they're stretching. Then Abba be listening. And so my Abba knows that, I use my brain. And that even though, my brothers can't actually catch me when they say I'm stretching. You have to watch the Pink Man when he does this, because he will change so much. Probably the great AUROCH, man, I want to say that right, United States, or wild bulls, which are now extinct. Yes, our wild bulls are extinct. Remember in the Willie Lynch letter, the word wild was our brothers? You know the wild and Willie? Bulls. You know what I'm saying? It has United States, and then there are two, what we call, you have two L's together. We will make these L's big L's, like capital L's, and we will call it a kick-ass God. This is our brothers. This is us. I ID'd my brothers, like the ox, but I have to ID the Khan, okay? Which are now extinct. Which are not targeted individuals. Although they put the X there, the X is more for, I don't even know why they have an X in X-Men. Oh, experiment. In the word experiment is the word X-Men. Now, the exact meaning, these pink bastards don't know it. They're motherfucking lie, they know. So it's unknown. They're motherfucking lie. Man, I can get baby out of this. Pro baby. Oh, I do need to see what that word means. We'll see what that word means later. No. See, sometimes the words will go to this word. It comes from this word. This where I clicked. See, I studied this a long time ago. But it seems like, everything I studied a long time ago, this is like some fucking kindergarten shit. Probably preschool. Now here, that unicorn turns into what? Ra. Am. Almost like I am. But it's Ra. Everyone knows Ra is a girl. They don't know Ra is a girl. They know Ra as God. Where I come from. Ra means female. R-E means male. If you go down into the underworld, I forget what you put in, but you can read about Ra, how they wouldn't let him into the underworld because he was dressed as a girl. He was an Egyptian. That's what they was doing. I don't give a fuck what you say. This is why Abraham moved the fuck away from them. So, he went as R-A to get into the underworld, and he should have went as R-E, and they'd open the door real quick and let his ass in, no problem. But he wanted to go in as a female, but they knew he was an R-E, not an R-A. So this says Ram M, but this is really could say female or girl or a G, because G is for girl, like if someone says my baby G, she is the baby God, but they mean the baby girl. You know where I come from. We speak kind of like a different language from here. That's why when they knock me out and pull me down to this world or however I got here, to be targeted, I was so dumb because this is a different language. But also in that what do you call it, that Willie Lynch letter, he said we had to learn to respond to a new language, which is neurolinguistic programming. So they, and in my brain cells, oh wow, my brain cells was kind of fucked up around that time because I was so confused, because I speak one thing and then, America says something else so contrary to what I say, or something similar, but it's not the same. So we're going to say Ram, but I'm going to say Ram. Like Haramabiff Ram, like high Ram, but it's really, I found the other day in their ratings, and I know they're telling the truth on that one. It's CHI, for child, because a child has a Ram too. The Ram is like your pineal gland or something, or in your brain cells, So the word went from unicorn, now we're dealing with the Ram. Like the ram in the bush. So it's got to be something in your head, the ram in the bush. Our hair's kind of bushy. There's a ram inside that shit. These bitches think they're going to sacrifice me, not without a fucking fight. I'm not like the rest of them. I am not. And there it says, lift it up. I'm kind of doing this live. This is 20 minutes in. I'm going to stop and come right back.